Wait,
What is it?
I figured it out. The puzzle, you know the door puzzles? I figured it out. It's a calendar.
A calendar?
Yeah, like the Mayan calendar. You said that there are stars painted on the ceiling, right?
Yep. Faded by time, but you can just make them out.
And when we turn the cranks, it turns the ceiling.
Which moves the stars.
Yep.
So it's a celestial calendar.
Yeah. So the animals aren't gods then, right? They're like maybe like signs of the zodiac or something. Maybe they're constellations.
Okay, but I don't... How does that open the doors?
Well, I'm not certain, but I suspect that if we set the stars to like a particular day or something, then all we need to do is record those animals, and then those three will open the doors. So the main door is like coded to a particular date.
Which date?
That I don't know. I don't know if there's a day in this world that would like make sense.
History check to see what day would be important to the people who built this place.
Sure.
Can I do a religion check?
Well, that's a 7. -1 is 6.
Sure, I used the
Mine's
right
better as
die
well.
this time. A 21.
With your 21, Thorvek, yeah, you can recall a number of holidays that were supposedly celebrated by the ancient Kemites. First of the year, Flood Festival, Procession of Tanuti. The real question is whether you can recall what stars would be in the sky on what days.
Sounds like nature.
I would take Intelligence Nature. I would also take Wisdom Survival.
Ooh, survival it is.
Me too.
That's a skill I have. And that's a 21.
19.
More than enough. Yeah, working together, the two of you can recall the various star patterns associated with those 3 holidays. Thorvek, if you want to turn the cranks, you can record the various animals that correspond with the dates.
Will do.
First of the year
What's Thorvek
is
doing during
Jackal,
all this?
Scarab,
I
Vulture.
think he fell asleep.
Flood Festival.
Like you said calendar,
is
and he was just
Baboon,
completely
Cobra,
out.
Vulture.
Fuck, I'll even spend a hit
Procession
die.
of
He's
Tanuti.
his ass off
is
over there.
Cobra, Crocodile, Ibis.
God.
Yeah.
Thorvar has recorded 3 potential holidays. There's only one exit in this room. Back the way you came. Where next?
Back to the main entrance. Gotta test that theory.
I mean, there's always a sarcophagus room.
Mummies, though.
So many mummies.
Too many mummies.
Your feedback is duly noted. Thorvar has not ruled out the possibility of sneaking back there himself.
Because that went so well for you the last time.
Speaking of last time, you can trace your way back through the dungeon, back through the rooms and corridors that you passed until you reach that crossroads, where first Thorvar got into trouble.
First?
When you do, you see that's pretty much how you left it. Circular crossroads, 4 branching paths, gigantic animal-headed statues.
Wayfinder.
However, the body of Wayfinder, your erstwhile guide, is nowhere to be seen.
That doesn't seem good.
Okay.
Are there any signs of where she might have gone or where someone might have dragged her to?
Wisdom perception checks, everyone.
Natural
Mine's
1.
a 12.
Not the worst. 15.
Squirrely elf.
There is no trace of the elf's body, nor what happened to it. Beneath your feet, Nine Roads, you sense a shift in the sands. You are not alone at this crossroads. Stepping from the shadows of the statues, their garments blending perfectly into the sandstone walls, come 3 figures. Bound head to toe in sand-colored wrappings, they grip curved chakram in their clawed hands, and they fan out to meet you.
Are these the same guys that...
They do appear so, yes. The lead sandfolk appears to have some sort of a sigil painted on the front of their wrappings. You recognize a stylized scarab, the same symbol you've seen etched on both of the mechanisms. Nine Roads, you were the first to notice them. You have a surprise action.
Fucking fool their asses.
Nine Roads will walk forward, their hands open to their sides, and bow and wait. Does the other guy bow?
After a moment, he does. In Sand speech, he greets you. You are lost, Red One. Your wanderings have brought you here through no fault of your own. For that, we are grieved.
Bashar will ask in Sand speech who they are.
We are the Anshani, cursed to guard this place until its day has come and gone. Anyone who speaks sand speech would know that Anshani means doomed.
It's day.
Bashara will ask what this place is.
It has no name in any language still spoken upon this earth. The ancients called it Amhotep, but it is forbidden to say more.
Of course it is.
And so Thorvar can't understand any of this, right?
Unless you speak sand speech, no. You would recognize that word, the one he mouthed, as the same one that Wayfinder mouthed to you outside the ruin.
Me neither, then, I guess.
Thorvar is getting like increasingly anxious and irritated the longer this conversation goes on.
I'm getting a bad feeling from these fuckers. I say we axe them.
Wow, really? You want to kill him?
I could translate if you want.
Ask him why they attacked your caravan.
Ask them why they killed Wayfinder.
She came here to defile this place. She led her caravan here to see it excavated and its secrets exposed. She was not, I think, the person that you believed her to be. You see, as he speaks, he produces something from his cloth wrappings. A severed hand, cut just below the wrist. You surmise from the tanned skin and the patterned tattoos that it once belonged to Wayfinder.
Oh, those bastards!
Thorvar's got his axe ready to go.
You see the way he holds the hand, it displays a particular tattoo on the wrist, a stylized depiction of tusks and fangs. It looks like this.
That is not a happy symbol.
She and all who bear this mark seek destruction. Destruction upon this place, upon the Palmlands, and perhaps upon the entire world.
That's it. We're just supposed to believe them because of some tattoo she had? Some tattoo they killed her over?
Well, I mean, we didn't really know her, right? She was our guide, sure, but she never really said anything. I mean, nothing except a Thamotep or whatever.
Well, she never tried to kill us, so they did.
Bashara will ask. May we go in peace?
You see the Anshani leader bow his head slightly. That is not possible. For the knowledge you would carry out of this place would poison the world.
See?
But neither shall you come to harm. Remain here with us you shall, and in time you may even learn to take our oath and become one of the Anshani.
What? Prisoners?
Well...
Fuck that. Thorvar charges him.
Wait,
Oh, wow,
dude.
okay. Thorvar goes racing across the chamber.
Oh, about the trap!
Could you possibly roll me a dexterity saving throw, please, Thorvar?
Of course.
Hey, there we go. 19.
Beams of brilliant light shoot from the eyes of all four statues, but they miss Thorvar as he races across the chamber. You can run straight up to the sandfolk.
And then I attack him in
Well, we're gonna roll initiative first.
Oh, God.
What? They weren't gonna let us leave. And I'm not gonna join some weird cult.
We could have talked our way out.
I don't
How we doing
really see how.
Feels wrong to just attack him, though.
Yeah.
Got a 10.
15.
It's only a 9.
9,
Mine's an 8.
8. Okay, initiative goes as follows. Oh, that was a close one. Quite nearly unleashed all my secrets.
Oh no.
I imagine it's like Pandora's box, right?
Pandora's DM screen.
Of course. Precisely. Okay, Bashara.
Okay. In place of wild shape, Bashara will cast a spell. I have entangle. Could I use the sand to entangle them instead of plants like the spell describes?
Yeah, actually, that's pretty rad. Saving throws, I assume?
Yeah, strength DC 13.
Shaped so that way you don't hit Thorvar?
Actually, I don't think Bashara cares. He has it coming after that giant hyena situation.
Strength saving throw then, Thorvar. I'll roll for the sandfolk.
Strength, you say? Pisha. That's 12 plus 5, 17.
Describe your spell.
I think Bashara shifts her foot a little, and then, like an earthbender, the sand reaches up and entangles anyone who failed their throw.
Thorvar, the sand wraps around you, but you could easily rip free. The leader fails. His two companions both succeed, however. You also see that the sand is wriggling strangely in a few areas on the floor in a way that you aren't controlling, Bashara.
Ooh, that's disconcerting.
Move or bonus action?
Oh no, I don't want to get entangled in that.
All right, we are on to the Anshani. The leader will attempt to extricate himself from the entangling sand and fail. He turns to you, Nine Roads, and makes a plea. There is no need for this violence between us. Despite that, the other two will swing their chakrams and lash out at you, Thorvar. That's 13 and 15.
Oh, 15 will get me.
Crappy damage on that. That's 3 slashing. 2 of those writhing forms that you saw managed to emerge. An additional pair of sandfolk leap from the ground, pouring sand everywhere. You notice there is one form writhing still, but they are trapped in the sand. The 2 that do emerge produce these long tubes, apparently made from bone, which they fire at the 2 of you. 6 won't hit Bashara, but a 19 ought to hit Thorvar.
For sure that will.
You feel a pinprick at your neck and pull out a minuscule little dart. 1 piercing damage, and I need a con save.
Poison.
You bet.
Fantastic. That's a 7.
Even through such a small wound, your vision starts to...
Dude, you're a dwarf. You have advantage.
I suppose you would, yes. Roll again and see if you get better than a 7.
All right. This is for sure the right die.
Yes.
That's much better. That's a 16.
In that case, your vision does blur a little bit and you feel your knees wobble, but you manage to keep your feet. You are poisoned for 1 minute, which is disadvantage on attacks and... Oh, is it saves or ability checks?
Ability checks.
Yikes. Okay. I probably say some sort of action movie cliche like, I don't feel so good.
All right, then we are on to...
My turn.
Oh, all yours, Thorvar.
I rage. I reckless attack, and I axe this motherfucker in the face.
The leader? Cool. He is technically restrained by the sand already, so you don't need to use reckless attack.
Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway.
You do you.
Best of them is 19.
You slam him with your axe. What's the damage?
9 damage.
It's a vicious wound. Your axe carves into his flesh and embeds against one of his bones. I assume you don't want to move? No. You're on to Nine Roads.
Nine Roads stands there a moment, their eyes closed. Then eyes still closed, they walk forward.
Headed?
Toward one of the sandfolk who popped out of the ground.
You'd be crossing Bashara's Entangle, which is difficult
yeah,
terrain.
I've got 45 movement. Could I roll like an acrobatics check to not be hindered by that?
Please do.
That is 16 plus 5 is 21.
What does this look like?
Okay, Nine Roads calmly walks to the edge of the entangling sand and then like backflips. They spring off of the wall and fly towards the statue.
Some crouching tiger shit.
Oh, and then they do a spinning move off of the arms of one of the statues and then swings across the room.
Oh, the sand like reaching up to try to grab you as you go?
Yeah. And lands on top of one of them.
Make an attack roll.
Can it be a grapple?
To land on top of him? Why, it's the only thing that makes sense.
Okay, I am gonna take the 13 for an 18.
You pounce like a cat, your feet in his stomach, claws around his neck.
Gonna spend a key point, actually, to use Flurry of Blows, which is 2 extra hits.
Damn, girl.
Roll your attacks.
Okay, that is an 18 plus something, and...
Lucky fucker.
That's a 20, that's a 20!
Oh, this guy's gonna get wrecked.
What's the total damage?
Okay, that is 4 plus 1 plus 4 plus my modifiers is 15 damage total.
Would you care to describe?
No fucking way. Okay, so you said I landed on top of him with my hands around his neck, kicking him in the stomach. I kick and I kick and kick until my feet come out the other side.
You kick him apart. I mean, sure.
She kicked him apart? You kicked him apart!
You ride his collapsing corpse to the sand where it splats against the ground.
And I
Stick the landing.
backflip to safety.
Bonus action, dexterity acrobatics, because you rolled that crit.
Ooh, I don't know. It's only a 13.
Nah, I'll allow it. You kick off of his body, you do a backflip in the air over the head of the other sandfolk, and you land with the slightest stagger on the edge of the entangling sand.